Yeah, so tell me about how this book in particular came to be since we were last talking.
Yeah. Well, it's good to be with you again. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, so since we last talked, I, I think we talked a little bit about Happy Sonship, my blog, and some of the stuff that was coming up because of Happy Sonship. And what I discovered as I'm writing this blog, which the take on the blog is how can we process the world, what's happening in the world right now, whatever's trending on social media, how can we process all that information through lenses of grace? And so that's what I was doing. Bruce Jenner was transitioning from Bruce Jenner to Caitlyn Jenner. How can we process that information we're being bombarded with through media and social media through the eyes of grace? How can we see that story through the story of John 8? And so that journey through the blog and uh, presidential elections and things happening in Hollywood and wars and refugees, everything that catches our attention, how can we pay attention to it but see it through the lens of Jesus and specific stories in scripture that tells us how Jesus would address a specific issue. So anyway, so that's what Happy Sonship was. And because of the book and because of I mean, literally millions of people on a yearly basis reading articles, commenting, some positively, some negatively, just coming to a place of, okay, I think this is a good thing to write about. How can we live dropping stones? So it's like Drop the Stones is the title of the book. And it's all about, it's like, I think I ended up with 47 tiny chapters, like 2 or 3 pages each, where it's like, if I'm faced with prisoners, how am I going to be the representation of Christ when I'm faced with prisoners? How can I be the representation of Christ when I'm faced with homosexuals, when I'm faced with church leaders that have hurt me, when I'm faced with myself, when I'm faced with whoever? In the story of John 8, there's the woman who was caught in the act of adultery. There's the religious leaders that wanted to literally stone her to death. And there's the Christ who saved her. In every situation in life, we get to choose which one of those three we're going to be. So that's kind of like the invitation of the book is, drop the stones. Hopefully they become seeds of righteousness, seeds of holiness. And, hopefully that's the main message that we get to communicate to the world.
Right.